Hey you guys, Ashley here, and I wanted to share with you a process video for this card that I made. This was my Not Too Shabby Shop design team project for last week, and so many of you left sweet comments on my video asking if I would do a card process, so here it is. I'm going to show how I use these super cute little stuffies from the new Neat&Tangled release stamp set. And I will put a link below for the Not Too Shabby Shop, and also if you head over you can use my coupon code CraftyGirl to get 10% off. So I'll start by sharing with you the products that I used, and then I'll start with the process video. So this is the Fawn Perfectly Plaid 6x6 paper pad, and I'll link all this below for you guys so it's easy to find. I use that as well as the Fawn Let's Poke It in the Meadow, and this is also a 6x6 paper pad. It is so bright and cute. I love these Fawn papers. This is also from the Fawn collection. It was from the Christmas one, Let's Bokeh in the Snow. And I used that bokeh for the inside of the washing machine here, so it looked like bubbles, which it worked perfectly. I guess it's supposed to be snow, but it looked really cute for the bubbles, so I used that. Then I'll show you the stamp sets. So this is the Neat&Tangled stamp set, Better Together, and it is so stinking cute, but I had to use all these little stuffies, and I basically just chopped them off of those little cute kids in the image. And then I also use this Fawn set. It is loads of fun, and I'm just showing you the images that I'm going to be using. And I also used some dies. Oh, and that is the sentiment that I used. Hope your birthday is loads of fun. So here's the first die set that I used. It's the Avery L Wonky Stitches die. This one has been super popular over at the Not Too Shabby Shop. It is so stinking cute. I love it so much. So I used that for the biggest die, and then I use this one, the Stitched Rectangle Stackables, and I use the largest one of that, as well as the smaller one that's on the bottom for the little mat there in front of the washing machine. So I'm getting started here, and I'm using the blue polka dot paper to start as the background, and I just have an A2 size card base there, and it is just on blue cardstock on the one side. So I'm setting out here all the dies, and I'm going to use the plaid paper there as well. And I don't actually die cut on the video because it would shake the table and then my camera would shake. So I'm just showing you how you would put the dies through the machine, and then I'm going to die cut them and come back. So there I'm showing how I use that little tiny stitched one for the mat in front of the washing machine. And I love that. It's so cute. It's the perfect spot to put a little sentiment. So like magic, those are all die cut out. And now I'm just showing you how I'm going to layer them up. So that one's going to be the base, and then that one just fits so perfectly in it. And then that cute little floor mat. So I'm using my ATG gun, and that is my favorite adhesive right now. It is literally probably the best value, and I really like it. So I'm just layering it on there. And then I'm going to layer the plaid one on top of it, and I just cannot believe how well that Avery L stitch die fits inside of that Fawn one. It's so perfect. It just nests so nicely together. And then I'm going to stamp the sentiment, Hope your birthday is loads of fun, onto that little polka dot stitched square there, or rectangle. I like to use Memento Tuxedo black ink because I'm going to do some Copic coloring, and that's my favorite ink that I use. And I'm just setting these on to make sure that it would fit. And then a trick that I like to do is I like to lay it down and pick it up with the acrylic block so that it all lays flat and doesn't have any curve or anything to it. So I stamped out the loads of fun first, and then isn't that a cute little baby wipe package? I got that at the grocery store the other day, and I just love it. And now I'm stamping out the other part, which is Hope your birthday is, to go with the loads of fun. And then I am going to show you how I get the middle part of the washing machine to have that cute bokeh paper. So I'm going to get the bokeh paper from the Let's Bokeh in the Snow. And I'm not sure if this is available. I don't think this is available in the shop anymore because it was from Christmas. But if you did let the owner, Jamie, know, she may be able to order some more in if you wanted a special order of that. So I'm just going to stamp this super cute little washing machine. I love that washing machine so much. Fawn makes the cutest sets. So I'm just inking that up, and I'm going to stamp that image right onto that paper. And that's how you paper piece. I love paper piecing so much. So I'm just going to cut that off, and then I'll show you how you can paper piece it onto the actual stamped image. So I'm just cutting out the circle, and I'm going to cut it all the way right up against the circle line there and cut off that other part. I'm going to do the outer circle layer in a in a silver color so that it matches the washing machine. So there's our little circle, and then I pop that onto a stamped image, which I stamp on cardstock paper, and I think this is 120-pound cardstock that I get at Michael's. It's the Recollections paper. So I'm just inking that up, and then I'm going to show you how you can put that in, but I'm going to Copic color it first. Definitely leave that off until your Copic coloring is done so that the color doesn't bleed into the paper. That's one thing about paper piecing. So now I'm going to stamp out my other images that I used. I used that super cute little laundry basket. It is so cute. And I think end up stamping this one twice because there was a tiny little black mark that got on it, but I think I end up only stamping, I think I stamp it twice. Yes, I do. Okay. And then I am going to stamp out the cute little boxes that I'm going to put on top of the washing machine. So I believe the first one is the dryer sheets. And then I'm going to put the suds one, which is like the little soap box. And then that is it for that stamp set. Those are all the images I used on that one. And again, that one's loads of fun. And then I'm going to use the Better Together stamp set, which is again by Neat&Tangled. And for these ones, first of all, I'm going to stamp out the little teddy bear, so he's easy. I'm just going to stamp him fully out, and they have nice thick lines on those stamps. They're so cute. So there's that little teddy bear. And then for the little people images, I'm probably the best thing. You could stamp or ink up the whole thing, but just for me, I just inked the top because all I want is the little stuffies. So just to save paper and ink, I just only inked up the portion that I needed. And this part, I'm going to use that little bow on that girl. I'm going to fussy cut it off, and it's going to go on the little teddy bear. So I did want that portion to be inked. So her whole little face I inked as well, and the little penguin there. And then I'm inking up this super cute little fox. He's adorable. I just absolutely have been loving these stamp sets from Neat&Tangled. I'm so excited that Jamie's been carrying them in the shop. So now I'm just cutting it off just to get some of that excess paper out of our way. And I'm going to start Copic coloring. So I'll try to share with you the colors as I see them come up on the screen, but I do put the lids so you can see. So I'm using E53, E55, and E57. And those are my favorite hair colors. I also like using E59 as well. So I'm just coloring up that cute little teddy bear, and I'm doing all the light colored portions first. So I'm starting with the light color and going in with the darker color. Usually I typically like to start with the darker color and go in with the lighter color, but for this video I was trying to do it, I guess not the way you have to do it, but most people do it that way, so I was kind of trying to do it the way that you're supposed to, but I guess you could do it any way you like. So I'm just coloring up that little teddy bear there. He's so cute, or she, because she's getting a bow. So I'm going in now with the E55, and then I'm going in with the E57. And then I'm going to go back in with the E55 there. She's so, so cute. I hope you guys enjoy the voiceover for this video. I apologize for the process video that I posted yesterday. I know some of you were not keen on the music, and I totally agree. iMovies, which is the editing program that I use, has about 5 songs to pick from, and they're all pretty awful if I'm completely honest. So I'm going to try to do a voiceover today and find enough to talk about to last the whole 20 minutes. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and if you don't like the rambling on, then just mute and you can watch if you don't want to hear the talking. So I'm going to use RV17 and RV14. I've been loving these pink colors, and they're like a red color, but it comes out super cute and pink. So this has been my most favorite pink color lately, and it matches perfectly to the pink that's on that Lawn Fawn paper pad that I'm going to be using the plaid paper from. So because I already did this card, I'm kind of following or copying the colors off of the card that is off the camera that you can't see. So I'm going to do each color as I go, just so I'm eliminating the colors. So I'm starting with the pink one first. So I'm also coloring in the pink that's on the laundry basket and just shading it in there. And I think that might be all of the pink. Oh, I did her bow and the little laundry baskets there. And then I'm going to use the yellow color. So I'm using Y38 and Y35. I love these yellows. If you want like a nice sunny yellow that isn't like a lemon yellow, but more of a like chrysanthemum yellow, this color is just gorgeous. And you can get away with using the Y38 with an orange, and it makes a really pretty tangerine orange as well. Or you can go with the Y35 and it makes a beautiful yellow color. So I'm just doing the yellow on the dryer sheets box and on the suds box, and then also the clothing that's in the laundry basket. And then I'm just going to shade it in. And I hope the speed is okay for this video. I didn't want it to be too slow, but I also wanted it to be slow enough that you could actually see how I was doing the blending technique. So I'm just finishing off with the yellows. I just can't get over how cute that laundry basket is. Fawn comes out with the cutest stamps. Every single time they literally get cuter and cuter. So now that I'm done with the yellows, I'm going to use the greens. And for the greens, I'm going to be using YG13 and YG06. And the YG06 is actually darker than the YG13. So I'm actually starting with the darkest color, and then I'm just going to go over it with the lighter color there. And this is another one of my favorite combos, is this green combo. And it's really, I tried really hard to match all these colors to that Lawn Fawn plaid paper because I knew I was going to be using it. So I think they matched just perfectly. I was pretty excited that I had Copics that would coordinate with that paper. So you'll definitely be seeing these colors again because I've just been loving all these bright, fun, summery and spring colors. So I'm just finishing off there with the YG06. And the last little piece inside the laundry basket there. And then I think I'm going to color that puppy. So I'm going to use E55. Oops, sorry, the phone's ringing. So I'm using E55 and E57. Sorry about that, guys. Luckily, my husband's home, so he was able to quick grab it. So I'm going in first with the lightest color, which is E55, and then it's going to be E57. And that puppy is just so cute, and he looks so floppy, so he is absolutely perfect to put inside of that washing machine because it looks like he's already had a good tumble, and he just is super cute. So I'm going in with the E55 again. And I'm just finishing up with this cute little bum and his little tail there. And then I am going to work on that cute little penguin. So I'm going to use YG04 for the nose. And then I'm going to use my favorite oranges for the fox. So this is actually a little trick. I'm using the orange color that I showed. Sorry, I missed what it was, but I'm using E55, and I think it is YR02 there. So I actually love this for a fox. I've seen real foxes in real life at my family's cottage, and they're kind of a browny orange color. So I put the brown below the orange, and then I'm also adding the E53 on top just so it kind of gives it like a tanny colored orange, and I just love that on this little fox. Then I'm going to use the YR07 and YR04, I believe that was, for the rest of the fox. Yep, it was YR04. Sorry, it goes so fast I almost missed the colors. This is another of my favorites for the oranges, is those two orange colors, the YR07 and YR04. And I'm just blending that out. And then I'm going to use the grays to go back with that penguin. So these are another of my favorite. This is C0, C2, and C4. And the C2 and C4, they literally blend like butter. They are so, so nice. So for just the face, I go in with C0 and C2. So I make that as a light gray for his face. And then I add a little bit of red to his cheeks with R20, and using the white jelly pen, I give him 3 little dots there, and I think that just adds some cuteness. I didn't do that on the other ones, but just because his face was so light colored, I did for him. So now I'm going in with C4 and C2 to do the gray portion of this cute little penguin. So cute. And now I'm going to start with the laundry basket. So for the laundry basket, I'm going to be using the colors, another of my favorite color combo. This one is BG13, BG11, BG10, and BG15, I believe. And I do go in with the BG11 in a little bit. I didn't show it yet, but I know that I end up using that. So I'm just using the BG13 there with the BG10, and it just doesn't blend as well as I'm wanting it to. And you can go tip to tip with the Copics and do some coloring that way, but I have the BG11, and so I just grab my BG11 and go in a little bit with that color. So this is when I bring in the BG11, and that is probably my absolute favorite color, and it actually exploded for some reason, and so I might have to buy another nib for that one because it just is a little bit gucky at the end. So I don't use it as much just because I haven't changed the nib yet. Then I go back with the BG10, a little more with the BG11. I'm coloring in that center portion, so I started at the top just to give it a little bit of a shade there. And now I'm going to do the washing machine. So I'm using C4 and C2 to do that part at the top. And I'm just blending those out. Then I am adding a really cool technique that I saw on Kelly Marie Alvarez's video on the Lawn Fawn channel on YouTube here. She showed a way to blend the grays so that it has a little bit of white on it, and that allows it to make it look like it's turning. So I really loved that, and I tried to copy her technique there. So that I'm just coloring, blending out the top there. And then one of my very favorite things about this card is that I used one of the clear glaze jelly pens, and Jamie has these in the shop. They are so cool. And I added that everywhere where there is gray there, and it just makes it have a shine. So it makes it look like it's like actual metal. It's really, really neat. And the cool thing about these jelly pens is they dry almost instantly, so you don't have to wait the way that you would if you were using other type of materials. It just, you add the little glaze and it dries. So literally by the time I grab my next Copics, it is dry. And I'm just showing you there to see if you can see the little bit of shine. So now I'm going to use those BG Copics again. So this is BG13, and I'm going in with that color. And then I'm going to go in with the BG11 to blend that out. And I'm just adding a little bit of shading underneath the knobs. And then I'm going to go back in with the BG13 just around that whole circle to give it some shading there. And this was actually a really big image to color, and both of these BG Copic colors I have a refill for, so I wasn't worried about using up those. But if you are worried about using up your Copics, you could definitely paper piece this, and I think it would look really cute paper pieced, and then you wouldn't have to worry about using up all of your Copic ink if you felt that it was too big of an image. So it took a little bit of blending, but I definitely got it, and I think it looks so cute. How cute would it be to actually have a teal washing machine? I know they make red ones, but I don't know if they make teal, but that would be super cute. Or even better if it was pink. If my husband would allow me to have a pink one. So I'm just finishing that part up. And then I should be just about finished the coloring, and then we can get to piecing this card together. Does take quite a little bit of blending to get it such a big image, but totally worth it, because if it wasn't big you wouldn't be able to fit those cuties in the middle, so I'm happy that it's a nice big image. So then I'm going to show you how I add in that paper pieced washer bokeh paper pieced image. So I just use a glue stick to add that in. I always use glue sticks for my paper piecing, and then I just match up where those little lines are. So how cute are those? So I am just cutting up these little pieces to make it easier for me to fussy cut them out. And now I am going to use my tiny little sewing scissors. I got these off of eBay, and they have little cute polka dots on them. And I just love fussy cutting. I know it's not everyone's thing, but I just really enjoy cutting out these little images. So I'm cutting out that little bow, and I'm just cutting them all out right on the black line. And that's going to be for that cute little teddy bear there. So I'm just trimming him out. There's the little dryer sheet box. And that cute little laundry basket. He is so cute. Then I'm going to cut out that little tiny fox. And I leave his arm on, but in the end I'm going to end up cutting off part of the arm so that it looks like it's out of the way and not sticking out of the circle. And then I'm also going to cut out this super cute little penguin. And I will end up, it looks a little bit ragged the edge, but I will end up cutting that in kind of like an oval type of shape so that it fits in that circle as well. I guess curving it is the right word. So I'm just cutting out the washing machine, and then I'm going to start layering it up. So I've got my card base and that tiny little mat. It just looks like a little mat in front of the washing machine. It is so cute. So to begin with, I'm just going to lay all the pieces on to make sure I have all the pieces and that they all fit correctly. And then I am going to add some adhesive for these. So that little teddy bear went up on top of there, and into the washer goes those little cuties. And then I'm going to center it a bit more once I do the adhering. So I'm just using my ATG gun again. And then I'm going to put on the little washer. And then I'm just going to pop those onto the top there, along with that little teddy bear and his or her sweet little bow. And then I'm going to put those little stuffies in. So it ends up that I have to move them around a little bit just so that the placement of them is good. So I fiddle with it a little bit. So I'm just cutting off his arm so that it fits nicely. It's a little bit tight there, so I end up moving that little puppy and moving him up. And then I put in that little penguin, and I'm just going to add a little curve to his chest so that it fits in there nicely. And then I'm just showing you what it looks like without the black jelly pen, and the black jelly pen just really makes it pop. It's hard to see in the video, but in person it is just such a huge difference. So I am using the black jelly pen and adding little spots where all the black eyes are and the little nose there on the bear and the dog and the fox. And then what would a card be without Wink of Stella? So I am Wink of Stellaing this baby up, and I put a lot of glitter on it, but I wanted to mimic the first card that I made, and it had a ton of glitter. So I added some glitter into the washing machine so it would look soapy and bubbly and cute. And then also on that clothes that's in that little basket there. And that is my card. So there we go. I'm just showing some close-ups of it, and hopefully you can see that glitter and shimmer. Thank you again so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please head over to the Not Too Shabby shop, and please don't forget to use my coupon code. Bye, guys.